So I'm actually going to give you this great one. It works for the med spas. We did for Facebook. Actually, I showed it to somebody yesterday. That's why it's top of mind for me. You create different ebooks, right? Ebooks with a simple image and just saying, 15 ways to get healthy, how to get prepared for your wedding day. Like an ebook that's just a title to it. And then you run the ad. You don't even create the ebook. All-Star, you don't create it.
Wow.
You just create the cover image. You create 10 of them. You run the ads to different ones, ebooks. You see which is the best topic that people want. And then the lowest cost per lead on that ebook, you put everybody on a wait list. So once people opt in, you put people on a wait list. And then you're like, that's my winner. That's my ebook. And then you create the actual ebook on the thank you page. A lot of people, they spend 30 days creating an entire ebook. And they don't even know. They're like, oh, Facebook doesn't work. Create different books, create different images, create different hooks. My landing pages is just an image and just a form. It's all it is.
Yeah.
So your offer for Facebook is the most interesting part. The people, out of 200 business owners that I work with in the last 2 years, 80% of them have failed by using different ad agencies. And sometimes they would hire 3-5 different ad agencies. And I'm like, what's going on? And I see the company says, oh, we're the best bookkeeping company. Request a quote. Schedule a free booked appointment. And I'm like, and then we had 20 roofing companies. The best roofing company I saw was pay for half your roof, get the second half free. I was like, dude, that's amazing. And you know what it was? Instead of switching it from 50% discount, it was like we showed a roof, we pay half, and people were going towards that offer so good. They were like, Mitch, we don't even need to jump on a call with you. And they were a client for like 3 or 4 years. Until they hired a girl, and the girl says, I'm better than you. I'm going to take your job over it. Instead of giving him X amount, give it to me, and I'll do it better. And now the company is like, they're trading different ads. They're seeing what's working. I was like, guys, it's been working for the last 4 years for you guys. Yeah. So best thing is the right offer to any business. And you go to Facebook Ad Library and see what your competitors are doing and make a sweeter, better offer than that competitor. And win the hearts over that customer. And that's how you're really going to win on Facebook.
Yeah. That's important too. People, so many times they'll spend all this time trying to make some kind of product, make the perfect app or make the perfect book, and then they try to sell it.
Yeah.
But they don't even know if anyone wants to buy that thing.
Yeah.
It's so much more important to find if people are interested in that thing and then you go create it. To find the market before you create the product. Because you don't know what the people want.
Yeah.
And that's where the whole lean business system came into play, right? You create a minimally viable product, you put it out there, you get feedback from that product, you use that feedback to improve the product. You don't spend 6 years creating a product before you even let anybody know about it.
Yeah.
I'm in the pressure washing industry, right? Well, like I have a pressure washing business. And so often I see people run out and spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on huge equipment, a brand new truck, a nice trailer, a fancy machine, the best hoses, the best this, the best that. It's been $40,000. And then they go on to Facebook groups and they're like, how do I get a client? And I'm like, dude, when I started my business, we did $500,000 my very first year. We did $500,000 in sales in a very small town. Not that that's like crazy, but it's better than probably 99% of the pressure washing businesses out there. And we started with a $300 pressure washer from Harbor Freight, and we put it in the back of my friend's 93 Saturn sedan. We drove around people's cars, and we were able to grow our business because I'm good at marketing.
Yeah.
I'm not the best pressure washer. I didn't know anything about that other than the YouTube videos I'd seen. But what's amazing is if you're good at sales and marketing, then you will outperform the people that are better at cleaning than we are. And that's just a fact. Like you could be the best lawyer, you could be the best bookkeeper, you could be the best chiropractor in the world. But if you don't have sales and marketing skills, then you will fail and you will lose to other people that are better at sales and marketing than you are, but they may not be better at your job than you are.
Yeah. I want to just say, let's stick to cleaning a little bit because a lot of cleaning companies, they go from residential to commercial. They're like, Mitch, I want a commercial client who's ready to buy. And I'm like, so who is a commercial? Oh, I want a big warehouse. Okay. You want to target the big warehouse? Yes. I want them to be ready to buy. Okay. what's your offer? Oh, I want to offer them $50 discount. I'm like, these big warehouses, these big construction businesses, they're satisfied with their current business. You have to do an offer that's so remarkable that the warehouse business already has a client. You can't come in there and say, I want to do a commercial. You have to like sweep the person away. And also, it's going to take time for the person to slip up where that warehouse company, they have a current cleaning company, and that person doesn't clean properly, doesn't do a good job. And then your ads are always in front of them with that great offer saying, we're going to clean your whole entire warehouse for free, and we're going to give you $500 to show you we're doing such a great job. Like if you do retargeting ads for $1 a day and you be in front of that audience, when that person, other company slips up and you're there, that's how you win the hearts of that commercial. But some people, they run ads, they're like, oh, Mitch, it's not working. They just want a quote. Oh, okay, that's a great win. Some people are not, buying cycle of a higher ticket sometimes takes 3 months, 6 months, a year. I have an airplane company. They came up to my car. They're like, oh, we sell $20 million jets. We had a great call. They wanted to do QR codes everywhere. It's been 3 months, and they're constantly looking at my social media and still being retargeted. I know I'm going to win over that business. $20 million based on doing retargeting ads for $1 a day. Like, the difference from you being a marketer and me being a marketer is me being consistent with the ads and me showing up, me liking their stuff, me commenting on their dog stuff. And I see, Lola going and messaging, happy birthday and all these different things. It's the massive action that's, who's going to win over. You think you're going to win over that company. How could you, like, if you're taking down notes on what you're doing now, hopefully this is like aha moment for any cleaning business, any marketing company that it's being in front of that person over and over again, liking their stuff. Yeah.
And Facebook is different, right? Facebook is different than Google. And it takes some education on our parts as the marketer to let people know about it. Because it's Google, if I want an electrician, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to say, electrician near me. Boom, find the one with the highest rating, call that one.
Yeah.
All right. But Facebook and Instagram is different. It's interruption marketing. It's saying it's me scrolling, being entertained, and then I see stuff that I might be interested in. Like there's different segments of the market. There's people that are interested right now. There's people that might be interested in the future, which is actually the biggest portion of the market. And then there's like people that will never buy from you, right? Yeah. But Google ads is this small part of the market, people that need your service right now.
Right now, yep.
You're going to pay for those. If you want those leads, you can have them, but you're going to pay for them. $30 per click on Google, $50 per click on Google, 5 clicks to get a conversion, something like that, right? 10 clicks, depending on how great your landing page is. Now, with Instagram and Facebook, there's a huge portion of people that will be interested in your product at some point in time, maybe just not right now. So the benefit is you get to be in front of them before they need an electrician. So when they do need an electrician, you're top of mind for them. And so those are the people, and it's just it takes a different type of tone, a different approach when you're contacting those leads because it is different than a Google lead. So there's some kind of education that's required as well. And it's about list building. It's about nurturing. It's about creating relationships with these people. Relationships, yeah. That's something that really stuck with me when I started my marketing agency is I'm not selling. Some people like to get really into the math. Like, oh, this many leads, this many appointments, and that's important. You need that. But you have to also understand that I'm using ads to build relationships. And then from those relationships, I can help to solve their problems. But they're not just a number on a sheet. They're actually people that have issues, that have challenges that we have the solution to. So how can I create a relationship with that person and be the person that person eventually needs in order to solve the problem that they have? And if I can solve that problem, then they're going to be able to achieve their dreams and help their family and do all this kind of stuff. And I heard someone say one time, and it really stuck with me, that if you can make so I used to be really like focused on wealth for myself. I want to be wealthy, and I still do want to be wealthy. But if you can make other people wealthy, then you'll never want for anything in your life.
It's interesting. It's interesting with wealth. People look at wealth as different stuff. Even I have somebody who went to a Tony Robbins event with me, and we all walked on. I had a bunch of SaaS owners walking on fire.
Yeah.
We all walked on fire, and that was such an amazing point. It's like, how could you look at something so deep and just like, if something is burning, just you don't feel the pain because you're so focused on one particular spot that whatever's coming your way, you're staying so focused. And Michelle, she's watching this. She just closed a $7,000 client because really sticking around me, but also like the people you stick around with. Sometimes I don't even make the sales from it. People make the sales from me. Like a lot of like Renzo is like a guy who shouts me out, and he was going through wearing my shirt and just shouting me out. People are actually buying from him. It's like you have so many. It's not fans. It's a community. It's family. I call them all family because we all help out each other. I don't take anything from them. I don't take out any affiliates, but I want the best for people. And sometimes it skyrockets you so much that is intangible content or intangible relationships bring you to the next level.
Yeah. I like that analogy of you're walking on fire, but you're focused on the point ahead of you so you don't feel the pain.
Yeah.
And as entrepreneurs, in life in general, it's all about pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Like I work out a lot, and I realize like working out a lot is just about pain tolerance. The more pain that you take, the more muscle burning you're able to stand, the faster and the better you're going to be able to grow. And also in business, like business is painful.
Yeah.
It's painful. Everything about it hurts. Mm-hmm. And if you want to create any kind of meaningful change, you have to be willing to have a high pain tolerance so that you can focus on what you want to accomplish and not focus on the burning on your feet, but understand that I have to go through this burn to get to where I want to go in life.
Yeah. There's different steps, but imagine every step being a burn, meaning if, let's say whatever you're going through, like you going through an issue of somebody, you go through the burn of like your social media content, like family wouldn't like the social media content. Some people are like, oh, I love what Mitch is doing. But different levels create different hates of what you're doing. Even if you're helping out everybody else, it just some people, they get stuck in different stages because they can't reach that full potential. They get the Cybertruck because they're like, and by the way, you could always get a McLaren or Cybertruck, and if you can't do it, you could always return it back in 30 days.
Can you? Not. I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think so.
I think there's a 14-day policy. You have to look into it.
I don't think so. Not in California.
In
I mean,
Jersey.
maybe some states. There's I remember I bought a car before. It said there's no cooling off period. You may not return this car. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it's gone.
Well, there was for the Cybertruck. I was, I wanted to return it the next day. I was able to.
Okay.
But just that burning sensation of like my son saying, you can't, you can't afford it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get more people on. How could I make a system where the system could pay for my car? How can I make a system where it could pay for my house? How can I get so much different incomes to pay for certain lifestyles? Yeah. So it's different thresholds, and it's the last thing about pain is sometimes I walk and I'm getting yelled at, and dude, there's like tears going down my face. I still like, it's good. Like I was in Cali and I got yelled at, and clients, ad accounts were being restricted, and I was like finding solutions, and they were doing Craigslist ads now and Snapchat ads and Pinterest ads, and there's so many different ways to go around if your ad's getting restricted. And I'm over here crying, and I go upstairs, and I'm at a event, and I walk in, and I was like, yo, man, it's just your time to talk. And I'm like, let's go. And the tears are going down my eyes. With success comes with pain. You're like, why am I going through this pain? And then that moment of highlights of you being on stages, like sometimes you go through a pain, and either I could have said, no, I don't want to, but you only have 3 minutes. Like, I had to wipe away those tears, get all the pain away, and stay so focused that I still had the tears in my eyes. An opportunity presents itself in ways that it's in front of you, and you may not see it, and you're like, nah, I don't want to do it. I'm presenting a lot of offers to people, and they're saying, nah, Mitch, I don't want to do it. So opportunity is always there, and you're always saying no to it.
Yeah.
I'm telling people, dude, I just got off stage. I got 300 demos I have to do. Nah, man, I'm gonna try to figure out something. I'm like, dude, do you know like people wanting to sign up right away? So you gotta take opportunity. It's just opportunity and work through it. If you're going through it, you're like, oh man, I hate my life. You're like, hate's a fear comes as like, God has a blessing for you in those particular moments. Just hold on tight, and you're gonna fight through the pain. Either it's to meet with me, or it's to meet with all stars to me with anybody. You're going through certain things. Even if you comment this video, it's like, dude, great, amazing, and then you recognize we recognize you as like you're going through something. So I just want to just say keep on pushing forward. I'm going through a lot of different like stepping stones in my life, and it's painful, but I see always the nice white hurdle of like, you know, staying focused.
Yeah. One thing about the Cybertruck story is nothing's ever impossible. It's just sometimes it's just that there's a price for everything, right? There's a price for everything. So, you know, you got stuck into a bad situation where you ended up overpaying $30,000 for a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
One day before they dropped the price by $30,000.
Yeah.
Bad situation.
Yeah.
And then so instead of, you know, returning the car, you just ask yourself a question that I like to ask myself sometimes, which is, what would it take? What would it take for me to just make this difference irrelevant? It's probably like $200 a month that I'm paying now. Okay. So what would it take? How can I make an extra $200 or $300 to where I wouldn't even think about, you know? But I like that question, framing things in the way like, what would it take? Because there's nothing that's, if I want to have an 8-figure business, 9-figure business, like it's just a matter of inputs and outputs. So what would it take, you know? And then just backing out, like how many leads would I get? How much ad spend would I get? How many salespeople do I need to get? What kind of a product do I need to get? What kind of price? And what would it take to get what I want to do? So just framing things, and it's not that I'm never going to be able to do that. Just what would it take? And then you can decide whether or not you want to pay that cost. And everything has a price. Yeah. And we get to decide whether or not we want to pay that price. And sometimes we have unrealistic expectations about what we want to accomplish. So, for example, if you want to have this thing, you want to have this amazing business, or you want to have this amazing income, you want to have this amazing life, but you aren't willing to put in the work in. It'd be like me walking into Tesla and trying to buy a Cybertruck with $8,000. No, it's like the Cybertruck costs $100,000. Are you willing to pay this price or not? And if you're not willing to pay that price, you got to go, work as a Honda dealership down the road, right? And so it's important we think about what the actual cost is and the price of something, so we get to decide whether or not we are willing to pay that price. But we don't get to go to this type of truck and be like, no, I worked really, really hard. I worked really hard for this $8,000. Like, no, you don't understand how I worked hard. And Elon Musk's just looking at you like, you didn't work hard enough. Yeah. Like, this is the price. Yeah. Are you willing to pay the price? If not, Honda dealerships right down the road.
I'll tell you, in 7 days when I got that Cybertruck, I sleepless nights. I was trying to figure out. It's not even about my son. It's not about him pressuring me. It's the Cybertruck is when you go to a soccer field and everybody comes up to you and they come up to your son and they say, you must be so proud of your dad, right? And that 7 days was like me driving around and people both sides coming to me like telling me to slow down or roll down my windows. Tell me about the car, and I can't talk to people. I'm not promoting the car, And then I went to a soccer field. I had 40 different business owners like scanning my QR code and opting in. And the 7 days, one thing really clicked into me of how to pay the Cybertruck. And you guys can see it in the next episode. But just but one thing is, one aha moment was I was back against the wall, and I was like, how can I pay for the Cybertruck passively? And one aha moment came into me was like, I have a bunch of friends who want to talk to me always once a week. And I said, okay, I don't want to charge my friends anything, but I do have to make some income for this car. So I figured out if I have 20 people at $97 a month, that's around $2,000. I said, okay, I have more than 20 friends. And then I heard, I don't want to pay $97. I said, okay, I really don't want to waste my time on these calls. I know we're all friends, but I need to at least make some type of income. So what I charged was $25 a week. $25 a week, they don't complain about it. They don't even jump on the calls anymore. and you create an offer that's so low barrier that you could jump on 1 hour call. So go back to webinars, you could even have your friends jumping on calls. Now I have these 300 people, I could offer them something $25 a week just to jump on an hour call with me. That same hour call, I'm still talking to my friends. They're all my friends or all my SaaS friends. And can I buy another Cybertruck from it? Can I buy another? So the next thing is like, I call it the SaaS Cybertruck because the SaaS pays for the Cybertruck. Can I have a SaaS boat? Can I have a SAS plane? And can I get weekends with my kids on a boat, fishing with my kids? And SAS is paying for my boat. SAS is paying for my flight, my private jet. Yeah. Like the Cybertruck was just an aha moment of like putting all my friends, and it's $25 like as an investment that they all sometimes even I'm working on that call and they're all talking to each other. So if I would have never got it, I would have never charged that fee. And it's such a low barrier fee to like be an exclusive group to make those $7,000 sales or $5,000 sales that people always like motivate each other. So Cybertruck is just a tool to get to the next level. Yeah.
And what do you talk about on these calls? What do these calls consist of?
Sometimes it's just ideas we all have. Even they said we should do some. I booked a Florida mansion, in which you're more than welcome. And
Okay.
So I booked a 3-floor mansion with like 21 beds, and it was like, oh, Mitch, we should do something in person. I was like, let's do this. So it was more of like ideas. Or Mitch, what is a good offer can I do? Mitch, I'm not able to get any closings. All right, this is what you need to do. Like literally we motivate each other to get to the next level. What is that offer that you're struggling with? You can't close a client. Even somebody says, even they coached me, they said, Mitch, just call the airplane company. I was like, should I do it now? Yeah, do it now. Hey, you want to jump on a call tomorrow? Yeah. And I was like, Jim, they actually said, he said, so one little even motivation to push you, and like I would have never even called the airplane company to jump on a call with me. Yeah, it's motivating each other to get to the next level.
Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. All right, we're running out of time. I got a couple things that I like to end the episode with.
Sure.
Okay, the first thing is if you had a billboard in Times Square that millions of people all around the world can see, what would you want that billboard to say?
Actually, I do have a little billboard. In Times Square.
Oh, did it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
You ready? And one day you got to come to Jersey, and I'll take you to Times Square and see the billboard.
Okay.
The billboard is the ultimate billboard. It's the Cybertruck.
There you go.
So if you see my Instagram videos, the content, the Cybertruck is all wrapped in QR codes, is wrapped in ChatGPT images. People are taking photos, videos of me. As I'm going there, you see kids. I'm motivating kids, how did you buy it? How did you buy the Cybertruck, Mr. Sir? And I'm like, listen to your mom. Listen to your mom. Oh, thank you so much for saying that to my son. Like, sometimes even like I sit back and it shows Alomar leads. It shows Lola. It shows, I get so many scan QR codes, people opting in. You have to create a billboard of your own wherever you go, to Times Square, to New Jersey, to Philadelphia, that you stand out of the crowd, and sometimes you feel uncomfortable to stand out of the crowd, but you have to be a walking billboard of right now of just being an idol to represent your business. And some people, they wear others, you wear your swag as well.
Swag.
So I would like to, yeah, there we go. So I would like to say, it takes a lot even for you to even change your clothing. So I had Tommy Hilfiger. I had Michael Jordan.
Yeah, let's not wear other men's names on us, huh?
Yes.
Let's wear our own stuff.
So the billboard thing is, you need to be a billboard, a walking billboard of Times Square on your body, that you're representing your brand so loud and clear that if you're saving cancer patients, if you are doing roof replacements, don't wear that other person's brand. Be the walking billboard of Times Square on you.
Yes, sir. I love it.
There we go.
I got one more for you.
Sure.
I like to end with a challenge.
Okay.
Okay. You challenging our viewers. What would you challenge our viewers to do to improve their life or their business? What would you challenge people to do?
Their life?
Anything, either the life or the business. Like, what challenge would you give the people to make a big impact on their life or their business?
This is going to be very simple. Very, very simple. Because I was at the bar, and this guy was like, how can I improve my business, my swimming business? And every single thing right now, actually, if you put in the comments, if you put the biggest impact for your business, whatever it is free value. So if you have a business, I'm going to just say, this guy, he does swimming lessons. He says, I do swimming courses. I said, do you have social media? No. You just have to just create a 2-second clip on social media. Stick to one, Instagram, and just share that. And be like, oh, this is how to do this. If you go like this on Instagram, you go like this to improve your swimming, This is how you improve. Just a quick 2-second clip. This is how I improve it. This is how I improve it. Literally just, like, I would just do something like this. Like, hey, guys, this is how I improve my swimming lessons. Literally, that's it. And if you take that, the biggest challenge for you on this video, if you create that clip and you put that link on your social media, put that link into the comments, and it just shows that you're taking action, that you've listened to this video, and you've taken that action, even challenging yourself to create that 2-second clip. Be like, Mitch, All-Star, I did it. I did it for myself. I did it for my kids. I did it for my wife. I did it for my business to do a 2-second clip. And I'm actually going to copy that Instagram, Reel, whatever you're doing, put that link back into the comments and showing that you're taking massive actions for your business, for your customers, for anybody. So the action is in the putting of doing something. And if you can't do it, if you can't do that 2-second clip, or even just saying, what's going on, everybody, I'm a swimming coach, then that's the challenge to you, is create that social media content and bring it back to this and showing that you've did it. Let's do a challenge for each other to see the comments of you doing the challenge back to this. And if you guys watch the whole entire clip, it will mean a lot to me that I impacted somebody, that they shared free value, and they're able to even be on a podcast even like this. So create that challenge for yourself of creating that 2-second clip. Put that link into those comments and show that you're proud that you did something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So make that clip, put out that free value, and put it in the comments.
Yeah, awesome. A link. You create a reel. It says share link. Mitch, here you go, share link. Dude, it's 10 seconds or less. Don't overthink it. Break your own barriers. Do it for a higher purpose. Do it for your mom. Do it for your dog. Do it for
Do it for your dog.
Do it for your dog. The proud dog. I have a dog, and do it for your dog. Be like, showing your dog, like, we do roof replacements. What do you think about this, Geeky? My little dog, Geeky, what do you think about it? My dog has the most views on YouTube. So do it for yourself. Do it for your dog. Copy that link. Put it back here. If you watch this, it means that you're proud of yourself and you even gave yourself some value of what to do. Write down some notes and put that link back in here and, show us love.
Absolutely. Awesome, man. It's been a wonderful episode.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Wait for the next one, and we'll do a next one and be a little bit more prepared on my voice, because I was speaking on stage, and I think it's been speaking on stages, but it's I appreciate this opportunity also to actually give me this opportunity to share my voice and share even for my kids to say, like, Dad's on a cool podcast. So I appreciate, I'm very humble, very honored. Yeah, and thank you so much. And if I can share anything back to your audience, I will share it as well. And I will actually put my own money towards this video to put ads to boost it as well. Awesome. If you get this opportunity, man, just if you're talking to me, if you see me in person, just, share a little something of what value you got.
Yeah. Awesome, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Like, follow, subscribe, all that other stuff. Until next time, this is the A-Lister Show. Peace.
Peace.